backup quarterback options the Packers must consider before it's too late. The Green Bay Packers are facing a serious issue at the quarterback position, one that can't be ignored. What happened in Denver was nothing short of a catastrophe for the Packers, leaving no room for sugarcoating. The performance on Sunday was disappointing, and the problems aren't limited to that one game. Even during the joint practice on Friday, the situation didn't look much better. While one bad practice can sometimes be overlooked, especially with an improving team, the struggles during Sunday's game suggest a more significant and pressing concern. It's becoming increasingly clear that the Packers need to address the backup quarterback situation urgently. If something were to happen to Jordan Love, Green Bay must have a solid contingency plan in place to avoid scrambling for wins during his absence. 5 backup quarterback options for the Packers. 1. Ryan Tannehill. Many Packers fans and analysts have been vocal about the idea of Green Bay signing Ryan Tannehill as a backup and mentor to Jordan Love. Tannehill, arguably the most prominent name available, would likely require a substantial portion of the Packers' remaining salary cap, which is estimated to be around $22 million, depending on the source. Tannehill could serve as an effective short-term solution if Love were to miss any games, much like Nick Foles did for the Philadelphia Eagles during their Super Bowl run. Tannehill's experience and skill set make him a reliable option who could potentially lead this talented Packers roster deep into the playoffs in the event of a serious injury to Love. 2. Taylor Heinicke. Taylor Heinicke is another seasoned veteran who could be a strong candidate for the Packers' backup quarterback role. Heinicke has been in the NFL since 2015 and experienced a career resurgence during his time with the Washington Commanders from 2020 to 2022. Notably, in 2022, Heinicke led Washington to a victory at Lambeau Field, revealing afterward that he grew up as a Packers fan. Heinicke has a unique tradition of buying himself a pair of Jordans in the colors of every team he defeats as a starter. With the Atlanta Falcons likely set at quarterback, Heinicke could become available either through a roster cut or a low-cost trade. During the 2024 preseason, Heinicke completed 12 of 27 passes for 125 yards, most of which came during Atlanta's preseason Week 2 loss to Baltimore, where he went 8 for 16 for 114 yards. Throughout his career, Heinicke has appeared in 34 games, completing 604 of 966 passes for 6,635 yards, 39 touchdowns, and 28 interceptions. 3. Trevor Siemian. Trevor Siemian is another journeyman quarterback who could be a potential backup option for the Packers. As a veteran free agent, Siemian might be a more affordable choice for Green Bay. He has proven himself capable in a starting role, notably in 2016 when he started 14 games for the Denver Broncos, throwing for 3,401 yards, 18 touchdowns, and 10 interceptions, leading Denver to an 8-6 record during that stretch. Last year, the New York Jets brought in Siemian to provide relief for Zach Wilson and Tim Boyle following an injury to former Packers legend Aaron Rodgers. While Siemian's performance was mixed, he had a 2-1 record in the 3 games he started, with 2 touchdowns and 4 interceptions. The Jets were in turmoil at that point, so his struggles were understandable. 4. Zach Wilson. Zach Wilson, another former Jets quarterback, isn't the ideal choice for a starting role, but he remains an intriguing option for the Packers' backup position. Wilson is young and may offer more potential than what Green Bay currently has behind Jordan Love. Though still a project at the NFL level, Wilson has shown flashes of promise. His college career at BYU culminated in an impressive junior season, where he threw for 3,692 yards, 33 touchdowns, and only 3 interceptions. While Wilson still has a long way to go to become a consistent performer in the NFL, he has demonstrated his ability to lead a team, including a notable comeback victory against the Buffalo Bills following Aaron Rodgers' injury, and a streak of 3 straight wins over the Denver Broncos, Philadelphia Eagles, and New York Giants. Wilson was traded to Denver after last season, and on Sunday, he went 2 for 6 for 29 yards and a touchdown against the Packers reserves in the preseason. 5. Let Michael Pratt and Sean Clifford continue to battle. This option may not be what Packers fans want to hear, especially after the loss to Denver, but it is the most likely scenario. Michael Pratt and Sean Clifford, both young quarterbacks, have struggled in different ways. Clifford, for example, has appeared just a fraction of a second too slow, as he did against the Cleveland Browns. His performance against Denver was marred by a costly interception, though he did manage to complete 6 of 10 passes for 43 yards. Before the interception, Clifford was beginning to build some momentum against Denver's second-string defense, securing 3 first downs, one through the air, one with his legs on an 11-yard run, and another due to a roughing the passer penalty. Pratt, on the other hand, exhibited a different set of issues. While he possesses a powerful arm, his throws often lacked the necessary touch, leading to overthrows, such as one on a third-down play aimed at Malik Heath. He also missed badly on a slant route to Grant Dubose, throwing well behind his target. Pratt also had a turnover, losing a fumble on a strip sack deep in the Packers' territory. It's common for rookie and second-year quarterbacks to struggle, as it's part of the learning process in the NFL. However, Green Bay doesn't have the luxury to draft and develop quarterbacks while in win-now mode. Ideally, the Packers should try to stash both Pratt and Clifford on the practice squad, allowing them to continue their development with an eye toward future competition. If this isn't feasible, the team might have to let them battle it out while still signing a veteran quarterback and carrying 3 quarterbacks through the season. This scenario is far from ideal, and unless there is significant and decisive improvement in practice and the preseason finale against the Baltimore Ravens, the Packers will likely need to make a move to shore up the backup quarterback position.